As Blake said, man has no body distinct from his soul. That called body is a portion of the soul discerned by the five senses in this age. So this is now a temporary part of the soul. It's only temporary. But while we wear it, it is actually the soul. It's not something aside from you. You feed it, clothe it as yourself. I say, I'm going to take some food. I'm going to take a drink. I'm going to buy a suit and wear it. I'm speaking of myself, the body, but I am wearing it and I'm eating. I'm doing all these things until the day will come when I will take it off for the last time. I don't take it off in death. I am instantly restored to a body just like this, only young. When I say young, I don't mean an infant. I mean young, about 20. And here I find myself in a world just like this, with all the problems that I thought I would leave behind, just like this. And I go through life as I go through it here, learning my lessons and still trying to overcome and bring this body into subjection. I make it obey me. I make it certain that I can ride it as I would ride the ass, the donkey. In time, I will take it off for the last time, and then I will ascend to where I was prior to my descent. But when I go back, I am not the Son of God. I am God himself. We came down for that purpose. We are the Son. Collectively, we make God. The word Elohim is plural. It means God. Let us make man in our image, in the likeness of God. Made he then. So the sons came down, and he has put a bound, a limit, to the peoples of the earth according to the number of the sons of God. As you read in the 32nd chapter, the 8th verse of Deuteronomy. He's put bounds to the people according to the number of the sons of God. Although the promise to Hagar was that she could not number her descendants for multitudes, nevertheless, it's still a number. They cannot exceed the sons of God. For if God's Son did not penetrate the body and annex the brain, the body couldn't live. The body couldn't breathe. There is the breath of God, the very Spirit of God, when you say, I am. And so when the work is completed, and what work? To transform you into God the Father. For the body of God is a living form, a transforming form. And through union with him, he fashions us into the image of himself, who is God the Father. So his name forever is I am. And so we came down, and for reasons which I think one, as you dwell upon it, could begin to grasp, you took the limit of contraction upon you when you became man. And having worn it for a while, you will break it in days, and then you will ascend into expansion. It's a constant contraction and expansion, contraction and expansion. And so the day will come that your consciousness will expand beyond anything known to mortal man. And that expansion will take you into the actual being that you and I call God the Father. You will awaken one day to know you are God the Father. They said of him, are you a king? He said, you say that I am. For this I was born, and for this I came into the world. Now read these words in the 34th chapter of Ezekiel. David shall be their priest. David shall be prince among them. I, the Lord, have sworn it. David shall be prince among them. I, the Lord, have sworn. If he is a prince, then his father is a king. David called him my Lord. He called him my father. I tell you from my own experience, the day will come, you will know that you are David's father. He will stand before you, and you will know without any uncertainty you're looking into the face of your son. And he is your son, and he knows you are his father. You are the Jesse spoken of. But Jesse simply means Jehovah exists. You will know that God does exist, for he is the father of David. David being the sum total of humanity. Having played all the parts that man is capable of playing, you will awaken. Awaken from the dream of life, and you will encounter your son. And your son, and only your son, can reveal to you who you are. And that son is David. And you are God the Father. You do not yet know it, but I tell you, you will know it. And I am not theorizing. I am not speculating. I am telling you what I know from experience. David is not of the flesh. God is spirit. His son is spirit. The whole drama is a supernatural drama. It did not take place here in this world of flesh. So let me quote now Paul's letter to the Galatians. And Abraham had two sons, one by a slave, born according to the flesh, and one by a free woman, born through a promise. The children of the slave are in slavery with her. The child of the free woman is born of New Jerusalem, the Jerusalem above. She is our mother. Everything from the womb of woman is the child born into slavery. And the womb of a woman in Scripture is Hagar. He tells you this is an allegory. Like a parable, it's a story told as if it were true, leaving you who hears the story to discover its fictitious character and then extract its true meaning. So he tells you the story of Abraham is an allegory. He had two sons, one by a slave, Hagar, and then one by a free woman who was Sarah. And the one by the slave bore children into slavery, more than you could number. Look at the people of the world, 3 billion plus. And then the one by the free woman, she only bore one. Only one son. So that your son is my son. And our son will be every person's son who awakes. That will prove to us the unity of us. If my son David is your son, then you and I are one. So hear, O Israel, the Lord, our God, the Lord is one. There can only be one God, the Father, and therefore one Son. But God the Father became fragmented into the unnumbered sons as became God into this world of death. He will return individualized, no loss of identity, and yet wearing the form of God the Father. And we will go back knowing we are one. Yet I will know you as my friend, and individualized as you are, but I will see you in the form of God the Father. I know you still know you as my friend.